In this video, we are going to discuss how to calculate the number of moles of atoms, the number of moles of molecules, and how to calculate the number of atoms contained in a certain given mass. Okay, so the first question there, they're saying how many moles of atoms are contained in 10.02 grams of calcium. Okay, so we have to know that for you to calculate the moles, okay, so moles, you just divide the given mass over the molar mass. Okay, so this molar mass, you get it from the periodic table, and then this mass here you are given in the question. So for example, there we want to calculate the moles of atoms that are contained in 10.02 grams of calcium. Okay, so the mass that we've been given there to use is just 10.02 grams, and then the molar mass, okay, which is represented by mr, we are going to get it from the periodic table. Okay, so you go to your periodic table and then you get your molar mass. Okay, so you can round off your molar mass to 2 decimal places. So for calcium, the molar mass is 40.08 grams per mole. Okay, so to find the moles, we're just going to divide those two values. Okay, so let's divide and find the moles. So we are going to say moles is equals to 10.02 grams, then we're dividing this over 40.08 grams per mole. Okay, so when we divide this, the grams are going to cancel, okay, and then we are going to end up with 0.25 moles. Okay, so this here will be our first answer on A1. Right, so to find the moles of atoms on the A2 there, we are going to do the same. Okay, so let's just get the molar mass of phosphorus. Okay, so the molar mass of phosphorus, okay, is 13.97 grams per mole if you round off to 2 decimal places, and then the mass that we've been given there is just a 92.91 grams. Okay, so we are going to get those two values, and then we are going to what? To divide them. Okay, so we are going to say now we are solving A2. So moles will just be equals to the mass divided by the molar mass, which is 30.97. Okay, so when we divide this, what are we going to get as our moles? Okay, we are going to get approximately, okay, 3.00 moles. Okay, so this here is our answer. Okay, and then we go to B now. So B, let's be careful and read the question, okay, and then understand it. Okay, so on B they're saying how many moles of molecular phosphorus, okay, so molecular, are contained in 92.91 grams of phosphorus if the formula for the molecule is P4. Okay, so we know that moles, you're just dividing the mass over the molar mass, but here this molar mass will be the molar mass for the molecule of that phosphorus. Okay, so the mass will still be the 92.91 grams, but the molar mass, okay, since we are considering now the molecular phosphorus, okay, we are going to look at its formula there, which is P4. So it means we are going to say 4 multiplied by the molecular mass of phosphorus, okay, so which is just 30.97. Okay, so when we multiply this, we get approximately 123.88 grams per mole. Okay, so now we have the molar mass here and the mass there, so we can find these moles now. So we're going to say this is equals to the mass 92.91 grams divided by 123.88 grams per mole. Okay, so when we divide this, we are going to end up with 0.75 moles if we round off our answer to 2 decimal places. Okay, so that's how we can answer B. Let's now look at C. Okay, so at C we are finding the number of atoms. Okay, so they are saying how many atoms are contained in 92.91 grams of phosphorus. Okay, so for you to calculate the number of atoms, okay, we have to calculate first of all that mass to moles, and then we can convert the moles to number of particles. In this case, the number of particles that we are talking about will just be the what? The atoms here. Okay, so let's first of all convert these to moles. So we're going to say moles is just equals to, okay, 92.91 grams divided by its molar mass, okay, which is 30.97. Okay, so we said this was approximately 3 moles. Okay, so it means we have 3 moles here if we are given this mass of phosphorus. Okay, so now to find or calculate the number of atoms, okay, we are going to use the Avogadro's what? Constant. So we are going to say 1 mole is actually equals to, okay, 6.02 2 multiplied by 10 to the power 23, and then we put particles here. So you have to know that 1 mole of anything that you can have, okay, 1 mole of anything that you can have contains exactly the Avogadro's number of particles. Okay, so 6.022 times 10 to the power 23 particles. So now these particles here, okay, they can take any form. They can be atoms, they can be molecules, okay, and then they can be what? They can be ions, or they can be what? Electrons. Okay, so we use the same formula. Okay, either you are asked to find the number of molecules, atoms, ions, or elements, you are going to be using the same formula. So in this case, we've been asked to find the number of atoms, so it means our ratio will just be 1 mole is equals to 6.022 multiplied by 10 to the power what? 23 atoms. So this is what we are going to have there. Alright, and then from here we're saying now I have 3 moles. So 3 moles here is equals to, and then you say x. Okay, so we cross multiply. So when you cross multiply, it will be x multiplied by 1. You're just going to have x is equals to 3 multiplied by this Avogadro's constant. We are going to get 18.022 multiplied by 10 to the power 23 atoms. Okay, right, so this here is the answer, but you may want to represent it in scientific form. So when you are representing it in scientific notation, make sure that this number here is 1 greater than 1, and then 2 it's less than 10. So this 18 point something is greater than 10, so we have to move this point 1 step forward like that, or 1 step to the left. So it means our final answer will be this guy. So let me rub here. So our final answer will just be x is equals to 1.8022 multiplied by 10 to the power. Okay, since we moved 1 step to the left, it means we add 1 to the power, so this will be 24, and then atoms. Okay, so 3 moles of phosphorus will have these number of what? Atoms. Okay, or in vice versa, you can say this mass here that we are given, that mass there of phosphorus will contain these number of what? Atoms. Alright, so that's all for this video. Please like, subscribe, and share my video. Okay, and for those who want to register for our online lessons, be free to register with us and learn the easy way. Alright, so until next time.